Reddit Martian back with a tip-top video for you. r/AskReddit. What really obvious thing have you only just realized? I recently realized I was allergic to carrots. I just thought they made everyone's mouth numb. You know, just like almonds. I also learned recently that I have an almond allergy. Super embarrassing, but in college I would order rum and cokes because I heard everyone else ordering the same. Turns out I misheard everyone and found out it was just rum and coke. Valve released Steam. It took me a long time to realize the pun. Goddamn. That Jessica Rabbit is not a rabbit, but took Roger Rabbit's last name. On a similar vein, as a child I was confused as to why Mary, Kate, and Ashley were referred to as the Olsen twins and why ads on TV only ever show two of them at a time. And then 16-year-old me found out about Mary Kate. That the division symbol, percent, is just a blank fraction with dots replacing the numerator and denominator. Well hell, all of these I read in this. This one got me. Mind you, I teach elementary school. Thank your lucky stars I don't teach math. This is going to make me seem dumb as hell, but I recently realized why pickles don't ever come fresh. Maybe not the way you're playing with them. I live in a part of Chicago called Greektown for 8 years and never realized the blue and white Christmas lights were meant to represent the colors on their flag. It just dawned on me today. I live in Denmark, so English is not my native language, and I just realized that weekend means the end of the week. I thought astigmatism was astigmatism. So I thought you could have two stigmatisms. And I confused stigmatism with both stigma and stigmata. What's stigma? Stigma prick in yo ass. This girl I know has a dog named Deirdre. 2 years into knowing her and being around Deirdre, I was having a conversation with her sister-in-law and I said I love the name Deirdre. How did she come up with that? Her sister-in-law responds, Deirdre, and I said yay, it's a neat name. She started laughing and said no, D-O-G, the way you spell dog. I'm still mindblown about this lol. The first time I visited the USA I was on my own and in NY and going to all the museums. I kept seeing signs that said no strollers, and though, because we call strollers prams in the UK, that you guys are super strict about the proper amount of attention required to visit a museum, I actually pretended to show more interest than I had in order to be thought of as some deadbeat out for a casual stroll. It wasn't until about day 3 that I saw the no strollers sign that included a graphic for idiots. Oh, my first visit to the States, I went to a supermarket on my own and at the checkout the lady asked me paper or plastic and I didn't know what she meant, so I said I have cash, and she very politely didn't tell me I was an idiot. She was in fact asking what type of carrier bags I wanted my shopping putting in, instead of how I was going to pay. The Grammys are called that because the awards are gramophones. When the kids catch their mom kissing Santa Claus, it is because Santa is their dad dress up, not because Santa and mom have a once yearly torrid affair. When I was little we had an Australian shepherd named Sydney. I didn't understand why her name was Sydney until 18 years later. Today my friend realized pipe cleaners were originally for cleaning pipes. I learned that allspice is actually one spice and not a blend of spices containing cinnamon and nutmeg. Edit, reworded. I do not think cinnamon and nutmeg are blends. For the longest time, I always thought prima donna was prima donna. Me too. My mother would call me that and I thought she meant I was going to be a hoochie. When I was a kid my mom told me my rabbit Rosie went to live on a farm. In my early 20s I saw an episode of The Sopranos where everyone makes fun of Tony when he realizes his dog didn't really go to live on a farm. That's when I realized Rosie had not gone to a farm either. Edit. I would like to officially apologize for the cascading wave of terrible realizations my post has caused. Truly we sit on thrones of lies. Edit 2. It turns out a lot of animals really do get to go live on the farm from the responses here, so that's cool. That ponies aren't baby horses. I'm 35. The houses in Bikini Bottom are car mufflers. That to take off the plastic piece on top of deodorant you just simply twist the bottom a few times. LMAO. No, I must bite. Edit. Thank you for the awards, fellow deodorant biters. As for why I bite it, it is best described as primal urge that manifested in early adolescence, when I had weaker hands but first needed deodorant. Since then it's just never occurred to me to do something else. It's fun. I'd recommend it. My grandpa used to ask me when I was a kid if I could talk without moving my lips. Being a dumbass kid, I would always give it my best effort and thought I was pretty good at it. 20 years later I realized the old bugger was just telling me to shut the duck up, haha. Too bad I can't let him know I finally figured it out. Edit. Thanks for the silver kind stranger. I'm glad this hopefully got a chuckle out of some you. I know it always gave him a grin when I failed to figure it out. Have a great night everybody. Edit 2. Well, I'll be damned. First silver and gold, it's almost like Rudolph is playing. Bad holiday dad joke. Thanks you guys. I'm glad that it's this post that got some love. That Michelangelo's David is David from David and Goliath. How did I not know this? I thought it was just dude called Dave. Edit. I love how many of you just learned this today or very recently and just thought he was some dude called Dave too. We got there in the end, guys. Better late than never. Edit. I never knew there was a sling. I thought it was his trousers. Yes, I honestly thought that. Never saw the rocks. Edit. I'm gonna need some more Dave's not here. Man comments before this post is complete. That they put measurement stickers next to gas station doors so if a robber is running out of the store you can get a better estimate of their height. I always thought they were just there for something fun to do on road trip stops. Not me, but my sister asked me about 2.5 months ago when we were watching John Wick 3 during the desert scene. She asked me if they were real and I asked if what were real and she said sandlands and I busted out laughing so goddamn hard and said, you mean deserts? Yes, they're real. Thinking about it right now got me laughing. That parents have children write letters to Santa so they can figure out what to buy them for Christmas. I can't believe how I never put that together after 32 years on this earth. I just thought it was fun little tradition. I'm in my 50s. I grew up in a rural area north of New York City. I'm a veteran. I'm reasonably intelligent, reasonably well traveled. I've been hearing and repeating this expression on and off for all of my life. Friend acquaintance 1. Hey, man, see you soon. Friend acquaintance 2. Not if I see you first. Smirk. It's just within the last few years that I realized that's a almost always joking kinda jab at friend acquaintance 1. It was so ritualized as a way to say goodnight to a buddy that it never occurred to me that it meant that the friend would choose to avoid the other person. Today the radio taught me Mariah Carey wrote and sang All I Want for Christmas Is You. All this time I thought it was just a cover that she did so well. People loved it more than the original. Turns out it is the original. Cruella de Vil was a cruel devil. The villain in Halloween is not played by Michael Myers. Get out of my swamp. Phineas and Ferb are shaped like a P and an F. My bedroom door was broke and I finally got around to fixing it. Thought the knob was broke cause it was pushed in towards the door, so I pulled it out and realized that was how you locked the door. I always thought you can't have your cake and eat it. 2 was a weird saying because why wouldn't I be able to eat my freaking slice of cake? It's my cake. Nobody was telling me that I can't have my cake. Turns out they mean you can't eat the cake while also still retaining it. Once it is eaten, it is gone. An idiom I did not understand until this year. I am 27. Edit. Thank you for the silver kind stranger. I realized that to be in one's birthday suit it means to be without clothes. I thought for the longest time it was a specific set of clothes you would wear on your birthday each year. I found out when I asked, what happens when you don't fit in your birthday suit anymore lol. I kept seeing the same Chinese characters on restaurant signs and I always wanted to know what it meant. A week ago I found out, they mean restaurant. The lead singer of Blur is a lead singer of Gorillaz. The song It's Getting Hot in Here isn't actually talking about here temperature. I felt very stupid. Nelly was a groundbreaking climate activist. That a skirt and a dress are two different things. I'm 42. It's for all intents and purposes, not for all intensive purposes. How did I not recognize what I'm saying just doesn't make sense. All those people were not Snoop Dogg's nephews. You know what you are. That's right, you're a champ. Thanks for watching. Like and share if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more videos. See you soon, Martians.